Hello, 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 hello. Hello, everybody. I just wanted to come on here live on tonight. Just want to let you know I am so super excited. I'm getting ready for our pilot show of Let's Talk About It with V Mashell. Yes. And so we are going to be starting out this Friday. It's going to be every Friday from 7 a.m. and at 7 p.m. This is Eastern Standard Time. So if you live in Central Standard Time, it would be 6 a.m. your time and 6 p.m. your time. If you're on the West Coast, it's probably going to be, let's see, 7, 6, 5, 4, 4 a.m. your time and 4 p.m. your time. But we're going to be on. There won't be any time restraints in the evening. However, on Friday morning, it's just going to be come on in, let's sit down, let's talk about it a little bit, and let's get a reminder so that we can be available on Sunday night. So this Friday, I'm so excited. We have a special guest that'll be joining us for a little bit, but we'll be talking about the topic um, self-love. Self-love. Self-love is, oh my gosh, it's so amazing once you get acquainted to it. But before you even know about it, you have no clue just how blessed and how beautiful and how wonderful you are without self-love. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about the ins and outs of that, what it looks like, what it doesn't look like, and even about what love is, because a lot of us, we just got a problem with, we just don't know what true love is or what that good love is. And I'm not talking about the physical thing. I'm talking about deep down on the inside that makes you whole, that makes you settle, that makes you be at peace within yourself, and so that you can be at peace with other people. So don't forget, join us here on Friday at 7 o'clock, 7 a.m., 7 p.m. We're going to have a great time. And listen, if you go ahead and hit the bell and go ahead and subscribe, you will be entered for a drawing. So every Friday, we're going to do a drawing. I'm going to be giving out cash, jewelry, all kinds of stuff, makeup, books, all kinds of stuff. You name it, we're going to have it. Every week we're going to do a giveaway, so you don't want to miss it. I'm so very excited. We're also going to triple broadcast it on Zoom and hopefully Facebook Live. So, we're just doing our pilot program from now until the end of December, and we'll perfect it and then launch it in the new year. So don't forget, we'll be here every Friday. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Tell your friends, let's get it together, girl. Let's talk about it. All right. So I did want to come on and also talk to you a little bit about what's going on, because today is the day after election day, and election is still going on. Let's see what's going on with it right now. I mean, my nerves are so bad. I mean, it's just undecided. It's just unfinished. Of course, the traditional blues are still along the coast. And right now we have 5 critical battleground states: Arizona, Georgia, Nevada, Pennsylvania, and North Carolina, that remain uncalled. Right now, we're just waiting just to see what's going to happen. So the Biden campaign, of course, they're getting close to those 270 votes. And, the current president, Donald Trump, he is trying to, I guess he's patiently waiting just to see what's going to happen in these 5 states. I just hope and pray that you voted, everybody in your family voted, everyone in your circle voted, everyone voted, because our vote counts and it matters. So we're just still waiting. And as Vice President Biden said, we just have to be patient, and we should, just let it play out and let every vote be counted because that's the American voice, the voice of the people. And so we want those to be counted. All right, and let's talk about something else. Hey, I did want to talk about this. Let me tell you something. We're going to talk about this tonight. And let me tell you, we're going to talk about all kinds of things: money, sex, love, self awareness, self love. We're going to talk about relationships, men, women. We're going to talk about it all, lay it on the line. But tonight, I did want to mention this very important thing I learned. So last week, I was fighting with the credit bureaus. How many people have been working on their credit, or you got your credit up to a great standing, and or you would like to, and so you've been working. Well, let me tell you something. Some has come down the pipeline that wants to like pump your brakes, pump our brakes on building up our credit. But the devil is a liar. We will succeed. So there's this new thing that one of the names of it is it's called T10. And it's where the credit bureaus they actually are changing the credit rating system on how they report, items and report your credit and even give information to creditors. So interesting enough, I keep monitoring my credit, and I went on there last week and I seen something was adjusted on October 20th, and I was like, hold up, wait a minute, let me put some V in it. So I contacted the credit bureau. So the first obstacle was I kept coming up with these walls just trying to get through to the credit bureaus. And I was like, now why can't you just call them and get someone on the line? So I had to Google and Google, and I think there was only one credit bureau that was very easy to talk to, very easy to get a hold of, answered all my questions, was very professional. And that happens to be the credit bureau who gives me the highest score. And I think most people get the highest score, FICO score from there. And, as we do these talks, we'll talk more about money and credit stuff. But so anyway, I went to call the other two. One, I still have not been able to get in touch with. But the second one I was able to get in touch with, there was a gentleman that was just so rude. He was like, and I said, what is this? Basically I'm paraphrasing, this I see on my credit and, on your report. And can you tell me what this is? He was not able to tell me nothing. Well, he did tell me what, he saw that it was. And I asked him, where did this come from out of the blue? Last year, my credit, this and that. I've been watching it for a couple of years. I bought a new car, got line of credit, got another credit, and I've been doing great, like building this score and building up my credit profile because I had, like so many of us, we don't, have credit or little credit or bad credit. So I didn't have much credit, and I, just need to build up my credit and a score in the system. So his reply to me was, um, well, all I can tell you is it's the government. It is what it is, and there's nothing you can do about it. So I thought to myself, excuse? So I said, that wasn't professional. Still trying to keep my voice a little, toned down and whatnot. And he said, well, you can get your report this kind of a way, that kind of a way. I said, well, sir, can you just send me my report and my credit score? He said, no, we can't send you the credit score. So I'm thinking, well, what is the point of having a credit report if I can't have the credit score, right? So, needless to say, that call didn't go too well. And I still have some research to do on that, and I'm going to let you know what happens. But, okay, turn it over to this week. I was just paging through social media, and all of a sudden, bam, this guy pops up, and he's like, when you first get a video, unless you enable it, the sound is not on. But I saw the person, their body language. He was so intense, and I could tell he was like a little upset. And he began to explain how our credit bureau systems are changing. And I was like, well, maybe this is what happened to me. And he went on to explain about how now, and this is very important. I mean, you really need to take note of this. You need to do some research and you need to start getting on it, honey. So he started telling me about, well, not just me, but I'm an only child. So sometimes I think he's just talking to me. But anyway, He started talking about how, the credit bureaus, they changed their system, and it used to be where they could just go. The creditors would just, be allowed to go back, like a couple of months, 6 months, a year, no more than a year. But now, this new T10 system, they're going to allow creditors to request a T10 report. They can go back 24 months. Wow. So that means if you had items that fell off after 7 years, instead of that working in your favor now they'll be able to go back and see the items that fell off, see how well you did or did not pay those. If you wrote off, if you paid off anything, or if you disputed anything, or if you made settlement with anything, they'll be able to see all of that stuff for 2 years. So this trick is really changing our 7 year, break into like a 9 year break now. So your stuff falls off 7 years and you still gotta wait the eighth and ninth year before you really scot free. I just think that that is just so ruthless. It's so just unjust. It's so evil. It's just really ungodly. And then today I talked to, a guy, a friend of mine I grew up with, and he's been in the credit business for a long time. And but what I called him after I seen a video on his social media page, he was talking about this same thing. So I said, bingo, this got to be true. And he even explained how if your credit score is under 700, how this T10 thing is going to take your score down further. I'm like, take your score down further. This is crazy. Why would they do that? And if your credit score is 700 or more, they're gonna boost your credit score. And I'm like, why would they do that to anyone? It does not make sense. It's the most evil thing in the world. And the only resolution that we could come up with is that, number one, if you're planning on making a large purchase, you need to do it between now and the end of the year. Number two, you need to lock your credit report. That means you need to have it where no one can access or do anything to your credit report without your permission. You need to do that tomorrow, tonight, if you can. Yeah, you need to do that. You can do it directly through the credit bureaus or through LexisNexis. You can request it through a credit monitoring agency. However you can do it, you need to get that done tomorrow. That means nobody needs to be messing with your credit. And the other thing is, you know, if you just can't do those things, make your large purchase by the end of the year, you basically need to do one of two things. Well, the first thing is you would realize, well, you're screwed because now you don't have time to do anything. It's going to take time and more time than ever, and we don't know how this is going to work out. Or number two, you can go ahead and establish a business so that you can begin getting credit in your business tax ID number. It's called an EIN number. Okay. And we'll talk more about that as well. But um, right now, life is so precious. We're being distracted everywhere we go, like all this election stuff, all the Black Lives Matter stuff, all the things going on in churches, in neighborhoods, with the police, the schools, with COVID. It's just so much. So I need you to zero in. I need you to tune into these, lives, because I'm going to have information for you. I'm going to be sharing with you, and I want to help you. I want to help you be the best that you can be. I want to help you to be able to make money, save money, not your money. I want to help you to build yourself up. And to my queen survivors who have survived domestic violence, you are going to be my number one, audience, my target market, the people that I love the most. I love everybody, but anyone that has suffered, having fallen down and having to pick life back up and get restarted or reboot yourself, this is the place going to be the place for you. Okay, let's I always say, let's keep it real so we can heal. But we want to talk about it. We want to talk about it. And let me just see what else, or what other kind of nuggets I have in my bin here. I know that we're just getting the marketing out, and these next 2 months are going to be critical with getting. Uh, okay, so I'm excited. We're going to basically be ready for anything. We're going to discuss all topics, real life hot topics, and we're going to just get it all out. We're going to hash it out together. I'm going to allow you to, make your comments in this, in the comment section. But the most important thing is, I just want you to stay woke and be ready. I want you to get ready. I mean, there's so much going on in our world, but there's some great things that are going on for God's people. So don't be discouraged. Don't give up. Don't give in. And always know that there is a brighter side. There is an end result that's going to bless your soul. So I look forward to seeing you on Friday. And this really was my little test run tonight, just to say hi and to let you know we're going to be out here on Friday mornings at 7, Friday evenings at 7. That's at 7 or 7. All right. And we're going to allow perfection to take place, and we're going to get information, real information that's going to help you live a better life and have a better outcome on everything. So tune in on Friday, and I look forward to it. All right. All right. This is V Mashell, and I look forward to seeing you on Friday.